everybody, so today I want to share with you what is going on here in my country. Today it's a kind of a holiday, if you will, called Yom Kippur, and in that day we actually doing a fast where we're not eating, drinking, and not using any electronics whatsoever. That means completely like blackout. No electricity at all. And why is that? Because that's a day when you kind of disconnect from the outer world, and this is the time for you and your family, and actually also to sit with yourself and do that kind of reflection to see what you have done wrong, how can you fix it, what was the mistakes, what was the lessons, and how can you actually forgive yourself and forgive others and kind of move on. Now, I love that concept. I don't like the fasting itself, but I love the concept where you actually, it's the time to reflect, and actually reflection is one of the powerful tools to do it even on a daily or weekly basis. But stay with me here, bear with me here. Anyway, what I meant is I have ADHD, so bear with me here. Anyway, when we are fasting and it's time for reflection, and actually the most important part, what I love is the forgive and forgive others and move on. Usually we tend to blame ourselves over and over and over again, beating ourselves to the crap, and like not actually get to the next level because we are stuck on blaming ourselves on things that we didn't done. For example, I was a master of beating myself up, really a master, like punches over and over and over, like a maniac, really like a crazy one, because I all the time said, you're not good enough, you're an idiot, you don't know how to learn fast, because of the ADHD, you have an ADHD or an idiot, like that all the time, beating myself up very, very hardly, like punching myself in the gut over and over and over again. And that was like a huge struggle for me. When we beating ourselves up, we can't go to the next level. We just can't, because we are in the blaming zone. We are not seeing how can we grow from the mistakes and not seeing them as a lessons, but actually we see it as an obstacle, and we stay in that place, like blaming. And when we're blaming, we can't go to the next level because we're bringing our energy down. We're focusing on the bad shit, and we don't focus on the solutions. We focus on the problems. And when you focus on the problems and not the solutions, you can't find a problem if you don't find a solution. You can't find a solution for a problem if you focus on just the problem. Does that make any sense? If it does, I would love to hear, so comment below, makes sense, or if you watch the replay, just hashtag replay. Anyway, when I started to forgive myself, that way I can also forgive others and let go. And when we let go from the past, we let go of the shitty happens that happened to us, then we can go to the next level and actually take everything that happened, because shit happens all the time. And that's a huge but here. That's where you actually learn from the mistake. Not blaming, but learning. And when you're changing the blaming to learning, then you can go to the next level, because then you see it as a lesson. Then you see, okay, so this time I didn't do it good. Okay, how can I make it better? How can I do it better? You're focusing with the good questions that will get you the results you want. Remember that, and I will talk about it in the other video. Ask lousy questions, get lousy answers. Ask smart questions, get smart answers. That means if you ask yourself, why me? Why it happens to me? Why I'm such an idiot? You will get those answers. Why? But if you ask, how can I make it better? Then you actually start to move on. And when you say, hey, not a big deal, So what? I made a mistake today. Okay, I didn't finish my chores. Okay, I didn't finish my task. What happened there? How can I learn from it? What can I do to actually get it done tomorrow? Get it done better. Maybe I put so much things that I thought I can manage in a day and actually takes a week. See those little kind of obstacle and make them your advantage and see how can you solve them. And when you release, when you're not in the blaming zone, you're in the forgiveness zone, then you can see those solutions. Then you can see and move on to the next level and move your needle. And I would love to know if all of that make any sense. If it does, again, just comment below, make sense, or if you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay. I know that it makes any sense to you. So that's why I love that holiday, because it's all about forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. Because remember, if you can't forgive to yourself, you won't be able to really forgive others. And when you don't forgive yourself and others, you are staying stuck at the same place. And I'm sure you don't want that. And I don't want you to waste that time as well as I did, because really more than 20 years I wasted on blaming instead of taking it and see how can I forgive myself and take it to the next level. So a piece of advice here is start to asking smart questions like how can you get out of that, and very, 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 very important is every time that something goes wrong, just say, hey, nothing happened. Let's see how can I correct this. Let's see how can I take it to the next level. How can I move the needle? How can I improve this? See how can you do that and forgive. Forgive to yourself, because it's okay. Like I said, shit happened. We made mistakes. We are human beings. We're not a machine. Remember that. You are not a machine. So that means you will all the time make mistakes. But the important part, how you take it to a lesson. How those mistakes will be your greatest asset. Remember, your past is your greatest asset. So, I would love to hear your thoughts about that video, and if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up that I know that you want more content of it. And if you're watching on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button to never miss out an episode. And that was live on my group, and I really, really appreciate you for being here and invest your time with me. And again, have a great one. I will see you tomorrow.